Y'all, welcome back to Kush Talks Real Talk, author Dome in your ear. I'm the host to do the most, Kush Imperial Bay. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, then jump down in the description if you want to become a member or you want to donate to the channel. Y'all know how I go. If you know, you know. If you don't, you just slow. And I'm about to get into what I came to do today. Also, tonight, rather, excuse me. My sleep schedule is crazy right now. Don't pay me no mind. But yeah, listen, there 6 victims shot and killed in a Virginia Walmart, include a 16-year-old boy, authority says. I'm gonna be reading a little bit of this excerpt, but actually I'm gonna read, then I'm gonna let this clip play. It says authorities have identified 5 of the 6 people who were killed in a Virginia Walmart after the store's manager began firing Tuesday night before unaliving himself. 5 of the deceased victims were identified as Lorenzo Gamble, Brian Pendleton, Kelly Powell, Randall Blevins, and Tanika Johnson, according to a Wednesday news release from the city of Chesapeake. The 6th deceased victim was a 16-year-old boy who authorities are not naming because he was a minor, the city said. All 6 victims were employed by Walmart, a company spokesman told CNN. The city of Chesapeake has always been known as the city that cares, and now more than ever we know our city will show up and care for those who needs it most. The release said, please join us in praying for the family and friends of these community members who we have lost. Earlier Wednesday, the city identified the shooter as 31-year-old Andre Bean, saying he was armed with one handgun and had multiple magazines on his person. Bean was an overnight team lead and had been employed with Walmart since 2010, the company said in a statement. Authorities were digging into the shooter's background Wednesday for information on what could have motivated the attack, police said. Law enforcement will do what they can, and I promise you more information will follow, Chesapeake Mayor Rick West said in a video message posted Wednesday evening. Alright, so that's just what was said right there in the article. I'm going to just play this little insert and then we're going to go from there.
For the second time in 4 days, America sees another mass shooting, a gunman opening fire last night inside a Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia. This is what we know at this hour. Police confirm 6 people were killed. The shooter...
This happened on Wednesday, by the way. I'm a little bit behind, y'all. I know it's Friday now, but I'm just giving the report on it now.
...is also dead.
It's not clear at this hour whether there was any sort of standoff or whether officers fired shots when they arrived, and a motive is still not known.
But we will hopefully learn a lot more about that motive, about the suspect, about what happened inside Walmart last night, as police are set to hold a briefing in the next hour to take questions on this.
CNN's Brian Todd live for us on the scene in Chesapeake, Virginia this morning. Brian, what are you learning?
Well, Don, I can set the scene for you a little bit here with our first hints of daylight. We'll zoom past me to the entrance of the Walmart right there where law enforcement personnel have been coming in and out of that entrance all morning. This attack unfolded a little less than 9 hours ago. The first calls came into police just after 10 p.m. Eastern time.
I'm sorry, guys. It says it was updated on November the 23rd. It happened actually on the 22nd, if I may speak candidly about this. Back to the recording.
Told by a law enforcement source who spoke to CNN was that an employee or a former employee walked into a break room where people were gathered and opened fire. At some point, that employee or former employee turned the gun on himself. As you reported, as we've been confirming for the last couple of hours, the city of Chesapeake confirming 6 people were killed, 6 victims dead. The gunman is also dead. We're told that at least 5 people are being treated for their injuries at a local hospital, but an update on their conditions was not immediately available. But again, here they were combing through this for hours. It took them hours to process and go through the store, make sure there were no additional victims, that there was no one hiding. So this crime scene has taken several hours for police to go through, and they've just rendered it safe. But again, they're still combing through this for evidence. Don.
Okay, so Brian, that news conference is expected to happen in a short time here. Where does the investigation go? I guess we'll learn from that, and also a motive at this point we still don't know, so we'll have to wait for this press conference.
That's right. We're going to be pressing hard for a possible motive. We need to know who this gunman was, whether there were any conflicts, were there any warning signs at this place of business regarding this person. So, again, these are answers that hopefully the police will be coming up with in the next couple of hours. We're going to be pressing for details on that. But again, you know, a very dramatic scene here unfolding in just a few minutes. The police responded very quickly, and it seemed to have been over fairly quickly. Again, right behind me, you can see some of these vehicles coming in and out of here. And this is going to be probably the scene of a heavy law enforcement presence for some days. The FBI and the ATF are also on the scene.
Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy, y'all. I know y'all heard that same words I've heard about this report. I've rarely been paying attention because I've been reporting on so many negative situations. It's like this stuff get draining. You know what I'm saying? It really drains your spirits. It drains your energy. You know what I'm saying? So I be trying to take a break from reporting on certain news stories because it's stressful, and you start to feel the effects of. I mean, especially if you got a good spirit and you an empath, and you know what I'm saying. Like stuff like that triggers you and triggers your heart chakra. You feel me? So yeah, man. That's crazy. Employee unalive 6 people. Then itself, and one of the people was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? 16-year-old boy. That is the saddest part about it right there. Is the teenage kid that got unalive. I want to send condolences to everybody's family, everybody's loved ones, and things of that nature. But a special condolence to the 16-year-old child, to their family, and to his parents and his siblings and things of that nature, and aunts and uncles and things. You know what I'm saying? I want to extend I'm sending positive vibes, light energy, and love. You know what I'm saying? And tranquility and peace upon the family. Because I know this got to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Lose your child at 16. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to never be burying your child, and there's a lot of that been going on lately. Um, about this to the shooter, Andre Bing. I think they said his name was Andre Bing. They don't really have too many details about what happened with that situation. Um, or I mean, about him actually. What could have triggered it, or like what was he dealing with? Was there? See, you never know what people dealing with, and especially when you working in a field like that, and you got employees under you. And, some people might be having a bad day, and then y'all antagonizing them and trying to bully and kiki and snickering. You never know what the person been going through. I mean, they say he been working for the store since 2012. So what was the last straw? Like, what was the breaking point for him to just go ahead and unalive that many people, just go around randomly hitting off on them? Or was it his plan? That was his motive. What was his motivation? Like, it's sad that it happened. Wish that on nobody. Nobody should have to go through that. Nobody should have to deal with that. That's just how I feel about it. I think that some things might need to be addressed about the situation. Um, yeah, it's a couple of things that's. Yeah, there's a fucking ladybug in my room, but yeah, my window open, so I wouldn't even care really, regardless. But yeah, so just looking at it like this, from this point of view, Mr. Bing went into his place of employment and decided to open fire on 6 of his employees, or co-workers, shall I say, rather. Because from what I'm hearing, my brother, he's a manager on Walmart. He's a lead or whatever. So what I'm hearing, the people that he put the fire on, pointed towards and unalive, they had some kind of position of authority in the chain. And it might have been a hierarchical situation where people wasn't comfortable with the chain of command. Some people like to be in charge of everything. Some people want to be the head. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Maybe it was a disagreement, a dispute. Maybe his old lady cheated on him. Maybe it's too many possibilities. But at the end of the day, it still wasn't worth going in there unaliving all them people. Like, I don't care how you look at it or try to dress it up or try to fix it. There's no way that, nah, bro, I'm not buying that. That wasn't even called for. It wasn't logical. You know what I'm saying? Now you're not here. Yeah, you're unalive. They're unalive. Nobody won. Like, everybody lost in this situation. Nothing was solved, accomplished, or figured out. You know what I'm saying? You could have went to therapy for this, or y'all could have had a meeting. You know what I'm saying? Or something. Something could have been done differently. Besides just, yeah, the last result you just picked it. Yeah, for that to work out like that. Yeah, that what you chose. Like, yeah. You wanted. You know what I'm saying? This outcome. And that's what you got. You got what you put out into the universe. Yeah, it came back and bit you in the ass 100 times fold. You know what I'm saying? Karma came swiftly because you were your own karma. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what they boil down to. In my eyes, you played your own karmic role. You got your own karmic energy repaid by yourself. Now you gotta reincarnate and come back and try it again. Yeah. I just hope you learned your lesson. Wherever you may be out here in the cosmos, floating around, whether you be whatever you believe in, whatever you subscribe to believe in, wherever you think this person might be at, let's just hope they sit back, reflecting on this situation, like what just happened. Um, Whatever you may think to be true, or whatever you may subscribe to when it comes to death in general, So yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of wild that happened so close. You know what I'm saying, to home. If you know, you know, you don't. You just slow. I'm not giving my location up, but it's somewhere close about. You know what I'm saying, close to the area. So it's kind of hard. And like me having, well, two of my siblings actually manage two different chains of Walmarts. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having an older sister that manages, like, she's a whole district manager on this end, and my brother, he's like a store lead on this end. So it's like, yo, how do I feel about it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it happened at Walmart, and they work in those facilities. They work for that franchise. So now it's like, it's things that I got to think about dealing with this story. But we gonna definitely get more details as it develops and go on. When they bring new reports to the table, anything that happens is gonna be fresh, vital information. And I'm definitely gonna make sure I can get on top of it. But yeah, that's it for now. Yeah, that's crazy. The gunman, he's a 31-year-old male, gunned down 6 of his co-workers, and now they have an investigation trying to figure out what happened. And one of the people who was on the line was a 16-year-old. So yeah, that's kind of stressful. I know for the family. My condolences to all parties involved, even for the suspect. I mean, the gunman. You know what I'm saying? Even his family, for their sanity and what they gonna have to deal with because of him, and leaving behind this generational curse, because it's gonna be a curse coming behind this, because he didn't have to do all that. That's just a fact. If you like the content, you know what I'm saying, subscribe to the channel. You can like, drop a comment. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Tap on all on the notification bell so you can get all my content when I upload. Yeah, and you can check the description box if you want to be a member. I got the membership link there, or you can just donate to the channel through my Cash App. Let it also be posted in the description box. But yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about the situation, and leave the comments down there in the comment section, and we'll converse about it. Y'all know how to do on here. Yeah, but it's Kush Talks, real talk, out the dome in your ear. I'm out of here, gone.